Welcome to this final session. I understand that all the participants of the colloque and of the day are around the table, and we are trying to have some exchange about the conclusion, what you learn, what we want to share about this day. Perhaps Isabelle, we are the star of this today. Could you give us your impression?
Well, I'm not the star of the day, but I'm very pleased that we finally meet all together, all the stakeholders around this new resource and new industry. And we try to have around the table for the 2 days the explorationists, the geochemists, the researcher, but also obviously the people who will do the surface processing and transport and so on. So it was a first summit. We hope to be able to have a growing community and to have a largest one next year, and obviously also in not virtually, but also I am hoping that within the coming years some wells will have been drilled, and we will have the answers. So I mean, from we saw on the question, I mean, there is well some stuff about the color and so on. So it's well, it's maybe important for a commercial point of view, maybe not so much from a scientific point of view. But I have the feeling that in the coming years, wells will be drilled in Australia, sure, maybe in Africa. So Stéphane, maybe you may comment on that. You are hoping to be in position to drill in some of this country, and in North America, normally Slava told us that he is hoping to do a second wells. In Spain, we didn't learn so much, but we may hope that we will have the results of the exploration activity also from next year. So yeah, we are waiting now for wells results. So Stéphane, when do you think you will be able to drill?
Stéphane? Stéphane? Okay. Stéphane?
Yes.
There was a question for you, I suppose. Okay.
Sorry.
Bon. Isabelle, could you repeat, because
Sorry, Isabelle, because I was trying to start the camera, and because we
no, it's just a problem. Easy to repeat. I mean, Michael explained to us that we first need to drill, and then we may think doing trying to understand the results. So in a couple of countries, the wells will happen in the coming months. I mean, from HYNAT, you are hoping to drill soon, or maybe not in the coming months, or where are you in this point of view?
No comment. Bon.
Je suis désolé, j'ai un problème de. Sorry, I have a problem with my. Do you hear me or not? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, we hear you.
But I understood a little, but it was really cut, and it was difficult to hear. In fact, the question, but we are
when are you ready to drill?
And especially, of course, we are looking at many countries in Africa, and we think we can start effectively new model with of cooperation. But for that, for this domain, new domain, natural hydrogen, we need to work differently than before. If you compare with the 20th century, during the 20th century, the quantity of value created with natural resources in these countries, 80% of the value goes outside of the country, and 20 only stay inside the country. And we think in the 21st century, it will be opposite of this model, economical model, because hydrogen, and especially because and thanks to natural hydrogen, because we can integrate the value chain inside the country, especially for industry, especially for fertilizer, for ammonia, and we think it's a very big stake for African country, but not only for African country, for a lot of countries around the world, and it's our mission, in fact. And we want to work like this with many countries around the world, and especially in Africa, because it's a continent especially fantastic.
In fact, sorry, Isabelle?
No, just the fact that the ratio which is staying in the country versus the amount of money what is going out is just depending of the law, because if you look at what happened in Norway, I guess that a large part of the petrodollar is staying in Norway. Huh?
Yes, but Norway is not an emerging country, and first it's the case for Israel, for example, with the natural gas. Is the case, like Norway, but in Africa, I don't want to tell the name of countries, but you know, and we know, a big part of the value of the natural resource go outside since long time. And why? Because the transformation, because the capex are very high to introduce and to localize the industry directly in the country, and the infrastructure very expensive. Hydrogen, we can and we can use for with added value. I told you before, for mobility, for industry, for fertilizer, for ammonia, and we can implement, we can localize this industry in the country directly. And I would like to tell you, a lot of countries, for example in Africa, but not only, look at this model seriously, and us Occidental countries, we have to, in fact, or soft to learn with a new view, a new eye, the cooperation, the collaboration, the value creation with this country. I think it's my opinion, but I think it's a new way. See, Mr. Secrétaire, Minister of Energy of Morocco, and in Morocco is a fantastic example for us to understand how we can integrate the value chain of hydrogen, natural hydrogen, maybe with green hydrogen from electrolyzer, of course. But the question is not the origin of the hydrogen. The question is the value chain and how we can integrate the value in the country.
No.
Pierre-Etienne, pas d'accord.
No. In fact, Michael Weber said us, producer of oil, explain how a reservoir works. Who will be the winner in natural hydrogen? Historical player or emergent player, new player? Who wants to answer? Who try to answer? Didier, perhaps?
It's difficult to answer because there is no traditional player around the table in the sense that there is no oil and gas company around the table just now. In the past, ENGIE has been in ENP. We are no longer in it. So to a certain extent, we are a new player. We believe that we as ENGIE will be successful because we were first movers probably in this work on natural hydrogen, and thanks to Isabel. We strongly believe that because we started to work very hard and particularly working on the sensor to exactly know where hydrogen is coming and why, that we have a first mover advantage, but we will see. And if there is a lot of competition, that's helpful because it means that natural hydrogen production will come at scale more rapidly. So I think to a certain extent that competition will help making natural hydrogen the game changer it can be.
Thank you very much, Didier. Who want to bring some complement element?
Maybe Mr. Ghazali may share with us how Morocco listens Stéphane proposition.
Modestement.
We don't hear. Perhaps your microphone is turned off.
It's okay. It's okay now.
Okay.
It's okay. Thank you for your permits and hi for everybody for your for this opportunity. Now I have received the new numero of Jeune Afrique magazine, and there is one article that Mr. Mustafa Turab, the president of OCP group in Morocco, the first producer of fertilizers in the world, said that le futur d'OCP est le développement vert. If I can translate, the future of OCP group is the green development. So he aims about hydrogen, ammonia, green ammonia, because OCP is now the first producer of fertilizers in the world, and he should have ammonia, a green ammonia, in order to export his produce. So it's not a luxury; it's a necessity for a future, for Morocco, for all the company of Morocco. But if I can say any word or place the words in this time, firstly, I want to thank you for this second time to speak, and I want to thank you also for this very important event about hydrogen, natural hydrogen. For us, natural hydrogen, industrial hydrogen are about two resources for the future, green resources for the future, in order to accelerate our energy transition. Without hydrogen, we can have a great problem for our mixed energy because we don't have petrol, gas, natural, or anything. So we have a great potential to have renewable energies in order to have green hydrogen from industrial process, and we have potential for natural hydrogen. So there are two big or strong pillars for our future strategy, new strategy of energy. The Kingdom of Morocco aims to develop these resources in order to further decarbonize naturally his national energy mix. The country is widely qualified to become an energy hub in the region and an important player in developing hydrogen, both for the local market and for export to our partner countries, a sector in which Morocco could eventually capture more than 4% of the global power-to-X market. The hydrogen would allow us to decarbonize industrial sector, as I said, in particular the phosphate fertilizer industry, for which it currently imports 2 million tons per year of ammonia. The use of green hydrogen could also benefit of our industry, cement and metallurgy and the others big and strong industrial area in Morocco. So Morocco does not only aim to produce the green molecule, but it also aims to establish an industrial fabric, mainly for industrial ecosystem of hydrogen, and this particularly through developing sites of exploration of natural hydrogen and the mastery of electrolyzer technologies. This would undoubtedly have socio-economic impacts of the population. About the point that developed by my friend, Mr. Stéphane Aver, generally some say that hydrogen is the future of energy. I said that it may be a chance to balance the view on Earth, give a second chance to countries that have not benefited from the industrial revolution or dream or better life. Technology has makes this substance not too complicated handling. Another time, the powerful countries had the wrong idea of seeking resources from resources belonging to poor countries, which made them poor advantage. Today, it's too difficult to do the same thing again. So we have the opportunity to build together a cooperation or collaboration to consume and share in a way win-win the energy resources that the hydrogen is an industrial or natural pillar, provided it is green. This is our aim. This is our issue that we build within with the other countries, partners and other stakeholders in this issue. This is the point that I'm very agree with Mr. Stéphane Aver. I would like to point that we can only congratulate the success of these events, and we confirm the acceptance as the invitation, the acceptance of the organization of the next event edition in Morocco, which we will support in order to promote this sector. So important to accelerate the energy transition in Morocco and Africa. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this very good announcement. We have only 2 minutes before the end of this session. Who want to try to make a conclusion in few words? Perhaps Isabelle?
Well, I don't want to any conclusion, but I want to also acknowledge all the colleagues who are working on natural hydrogen for a long time. I mean, okay, I introduced the topic in ENGIE, but IFP is working on natural hydrogen for more than 10 years. And a lot of people who are known in the research on that, even if they are out of IFP right now, started there. And also the Russian colleague, I mean, even in IFP, the idea came from outside. I mean, the ideas are circulating. It started with a visit of Professor Larin a long time ago in IFP, and Slava Zgonik, which is, I saw is still connected, was part of the beginning of the story. So he started in research, now he's his own company to drill in USA. So he's, some of our colleagues, Eric Deville and so on, are working on the topic for 10, 15 years. And I'm sure they are very pleased also today to see that the topic is now an industrial topic, not only in the research. So we pass from a low TRL to very high TRL now. And so, as you know now, we just have to find some TCF of hydrogen, or a big flow of hydrogen for the people who are not convinced by, I mean, because we have a constant flow and a constant generation of hydrogen due to the water-rock interaction anyway. So, well, thanks for the invitation in Morocco. I hope we will be there next year with a lot of new data and new ideas to exchange and some more knowledge about this natural hydrogen issue. And I hope you a pleasant evening for the one which are not at the beginning of the day, as maybe I saw some Australian colleagues which are already connected. And another point, all the presentation will be on a podcast maybe at the middle of next week. So since there was some parallel stuff, you will have access to everything and may have a look of the one you missed during these 2 days.
Thank you, Isabel. I think we can finish off this some words. Thank you, Isabel. Thank you for all the team. Thank you, Mr. Ghazali, for your very strong implication in the success of this event and in the future of this event next year. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Thanks to all the team of COP who organized this summit.
Yes.
Because science is something, but without the organizer, we cannot organize this kind of events.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bravo. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bravo.